Here are the positive takeaways after rewatching Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. By looking at Episode 7 as a movie by itself, without taking into consideration its following two movies, there are a lot of things this movie did well, so let's talk about them. The movie overall is good. It's not perfect, but it's good. It's worth addressing first that the reason this movie worked so well is largely in part to it being a remake of A New Hope, just with new characters. So the formula has already proven to be successful. One of the biggest and most intriguing positives from this movie is the character Finn. A stormtrooper turned Jedi was a fantastic new character arc that looked very promising, and the chemistry between John Boyega and Oscar Isaac in the opening of the movie was super enjoyable. I would also say that Kylo's introduction was done pretty well too. Kylo's character was also interesting to me from the beginning, essentially the grandson of Darth Vader wanting to finish his grandfather's legacy, which is honestly quite dark and a relatively captivating way to make an iconic character like Darth Vader a focal point for Kylo's character in his story. I won't lie, a lot of this movie rode off of nostalgia, and to be honest, I selfishly wanted and enjoyed that. At least for this first movie of the sequel trilogy, to have it be nostalgia driven and to get to see Star Wars on the big screen during Christmas time, I'll give it a pass. As someone born in the late 90s, I didn't really get to watch Star Wars on the big screen with the obsessive love I have of it at this point, so seeing Episode 7 in theaters hit a soft spot for me. Characters like Captain Phasma, Snoke, BB-8, and Rey were even enjoyable in this movie, although it was pretty surface level enjoyment in the moment. But each character made me interested enough to want to know more about them, especially Phasma and Snoke. RIP to that potential. To see characters like Han and Chewie back in the Millennium Falcon was great, and getting to see Leia and Han interact was always a good time. I would have liked to see Han and Leia have stayed together through this time off screen, but having a son fall to the dark side understandably would create some sort of rift between the two. I will say it's a shame that we didn't get to see all the OG characters on screen together again, but at this point, it is what it is. The thing that The Force Awakens did a really good job at was introducing new characters and making them interesting enough to want to know more about them, as well as setting up a potentially good trilogy. Let me know if you want me to touch on the things that I did not enjoy about Episode 7, and maybe we can just go through the whole sequel trilogy.